What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk all about the Rogue log and how to clean and press it properly. Now you can use any log, but this is just what I have is the Rogue log. It is a 10-inch log and it's roughly about 75 pounds. So it's what I have back here, and I'm going to show you how to properly pick it up and then press it overhead. Through my years of competing, I've seen some really bad form, and so I wanted to give my tips and tricks as to how you can improve your cleaning, how to not hurt your back when doing so, and to help you increase your lifting. Now, me, myself personally, my overhead press, it is not as strong as I want it to be. It is something that I have been working on just pretty much, lifelong, I guess. Everybody wants to increase the amount of weight that they can lift overall, but you also want to be able to lift it properly. I have seen some really bad form, and I don't want you to make some of the mistakes that I have seen along the way. You'll notice when I am approaching the log here, there's quite a bit of distance between the tip of my toes and the log itself. So when I go to pull the log up onto my lap, I am having to bend my back to an uncomfortable position. Another thing that I see most frequent is when people go to pick up the log, when there's a lot of distance between the log and their feet, they set it on the edge of their knees. So they're ending up having to bicep curl it up to their chin. And so when you lift the log, you want to make sure that you have as much ease cleaning it as possible, because the point of it is being able to actually press it. One of the biggest things that I see is when competitors don't take time to breathe through the movement. They pull it straight from the floor. When they go to clean it up underneath their chin, they go straight into the press movement versus giving themselves an extra second to set it up. Now, approaching the log, I like to turn it slightly forward so that way I'm able to get my toes underneath the log itself. That way the log is close to my body, and all I have to do is deadlift it up onto my lap and keep it nice and close to my hips and my core. So when you take the time to set up your log appropriately, it should be one fluid movement, taking it from the floor up into your lap and then taking an additional second to roll it up your body and get it underneath that chin. So no matter if it's a jerk, a push press, or a strict press, you're set up appropriately to go ahead and push that log from underneath your chin to overhead. Another thing that you want to look out for is where your elbows are sitting. So when you lap that log, you go to roll it up your body, you want to make sure that your elbows are pointed towards the ceiling. A lot of times I see competitors drop their elbows low because they are going to use their biceps and curl it versus letting the log do the work for you. You should really be using your hips, pushing that log up your chest to get it underneath the chin. Now, I know some of these may look easier than others, and I promise you it does get easier as you practice. I cannot stress that enough, that if you want to be able to use the log, using just a regular barbell works well for building the strength up for your overhead press, but the log itself is so much different than a regular barbell that you really need to practice on something similar. So if you don't have a log, you can use a multi-grip handle. I'll put a little picture up here in the corner, but you can use a multi-grip handlebar, which works excellent as well. You can just practice with dumbbells, which is also excellent. So anything where you can change the grip up, because the handles are different than a regular barbell, that would be ideal. Now, I was very fortunate when I started my strongman journey that I had the opportunity to have a coach that was an actual strongest man in the world. So he did teach me a lot. He gave me a lot of tips, and quite frankly, he was probably one of the best coaches that I could have ever had the opportunity to work with, because he was very knowledgeable. So if you do have the opportunity to have a strongman coach in your area, or even remotely, so online, I would highly recommend it, so that way they can also help you with your technique as well as your form and being able to program you correctly. Now, I hope some of this was helpful. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section below what you thought of this video and if you'd like to see more of them. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, as well as tap that little subscription button, because I'd love to have you stick around, and I will catch you next time.